Good afternoon, chemistry students. Today we're going to be doing our next design challenge in the kitchen, where we'll be making lemon poppy seed muffins. So as always, the actual cooking portion of this design challenge is optional. It's actually worth double extra credit. So if you end up doing the cooking portion, you'll get credit for 2 assignments in 1. However, to get full credit on this assignment, you're going to be answering the questions in the Google form. The answer to those questions, as well as explanations to do some of the conversions, are going to be shown to you in this video. So make sure to pay attention and watch all the videos in this series all the way through, and you'll have the content that you need to get full credit on this assignment. So first we're going to talk about some of the ingredients that we have to make lemon poppy seed muffins. All of these ingredients have been measured either using a cup measure, tablespoon, or a teaspoon measure. So something you need to know is that some of the measurements that we have, the units, we needed to convert them to make it in a form that was easy for us to use. So you're going to be helping us making those unit conversions in your assignment questions. Alright, so let's go through the ingredients list. We've got 2/3 cup of sugar. That sugar is mixed with lemon zest, which you get from grinding the exterior skin of the lemon into the sugar. So cups of sugar, that's good for us. That's the right unit, easy. We've got 1 lemon squeezed into juice form. We've got 32 tablespoons of flour. So 32 tablespoons was really difficult to measure out, so we didn't want to use tablespoons. We need to convert tablespoons to cups. So I want to make sure you do that in your Google form assignment. Next, we've got 1/12 tablespoon of baking soda. That's right here. So 1/12 of a tablespoon is really hard to see in a cup like this. So we need you to convert that tablespoon into teaspoons. Same thing with the salt. We've got 1/12 tablespoon of salt. It's hard to measure out tablespoon. We need to use the smaller units. I want you to convert this tablespoons into teaspoons. And then finally we have 2 tablespoons of baking powder.
2 teaspoons?
Oh, sorry, 2 teaspoons of baking powder right here. Next, we've got 12 tablespoons of sour cream. Again, this was really annoying to measure out 12 tablespoons, so we ended up converting that into cups. We've got 2 eggs, and the recipe calls for a tablespoon or a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We ended up not using it because we didn't actually have it in our kitchen. It's optional and adds additional flavor, but you don't need it if you don't have it. And then finally, we have 8 tablespoons of butter. We actually went with a half butter vegetable oil to make it a little healthier and to save on butter. But, you know, tablespoons can be difficult to measure, so we ended up converting that into cups as well. Okay? So to help you with your conversions, you need to know these 2 conversions right here. The first conversion is looking at 1 cup is equal to 16 tablespoons. Alright? So 16 of these guys gets you 1 full cup. The next conversion you need to know is that 1 tablespoon is equal to 3 teaspoons. Okay? So you're going to use either one of these 2 conversions for each of the assignment questions. And I'm going to go through an example for you right now. So in this video, I'm going to show you the answer for how to convert 1/12 tablespoons into teaspoons right here. So we first start off with our conversion that we want to use, and we decided to use the tablespoon to teaspoon conversion. So we wrote our conversion into a fraction. There's 2 ways to write that fraction. We can either write 1 tablespoon on top, 3 teaspoons on the bottom, or we can flip it. so that there's 3 teaspoons on the top and 1 tablespoon on the bottom. These are the 2 ways we could write this conversion as a fraction. So next we convert our starting amount into a fraction. Luckily for us, 1/12 is already a fraction. So we just did 1 over 12, and we're starting with tablespoons. So that's our starting fraction. And then we have to choose the fraction that helps us eliminate the old unit, which for us is tablespoons, and it helps us keep the new unit, which is teaspoons. And remember, to eliminate the old unit, we need them to cancel out. That means if tablespoons is on the top, our fraction needs to have tablespoons on the bottom. So that's going to be this fraction right here. This one has tablespoons on the bottom, so we're going to put this fraction right there, and we're going to multiply those 2 fractions together. Tablespoons, tablespoons cross out. We've got teaspoons left over. And remember, to multiply fractions, you just multiply across the top. 1 times 3 is 3. 12 times 1 is 12. And then you just have to do, final step is doing 3 divided by 12, which if you do on your calculator, comes out to 0.25. And that is the same as 1/4. So the final answer is that 1/12 tablespoon comes out to 0.25, or 1 over 4 teaspoons. Remember, teaspoons is the unit now because that was the unit that was left over and didn't get crossed out. Okay? So you're going to have to reproduce this math in your Google form assignment. So if you needed to pause that video and take a look at that again, or replay it, you should do that. And then you're going to follow a similar process for these other conversions here. Great.
See you in part 2.